cut the corner of the kimchi bag big enough for the kimchi juice to be squeezed out. We'll be using this kimchi juice, so leave it to the side. Sour kimchi will give you the best result for this dish. If you just bought your kimchi, my tip to you is to leave your kimchi at room temperature for a day before cooking. The bag of kimchi will expand like a balloon with gas due to fermentation. A warm house will only require half a day. Cabbage kimchi comes either sliced, mak kimchi, or whole cabbage, pogi kimchi. You can buy pogi kimchi and slice it at home to make this dish. The difference is the cut of the kimchi. They are fermented the same way. Drain the tin of water or oil contents. We won't be using this. Generally, kimchi jjigae is cooked with pork. On my recipe, my mom taught me, uses tuna, which is inexpensive and a healthier option. You can use any tuna from chunks to steak or spring water to oil. We will be using firm tofu for this dish. Jjigae normally has firm tofu instead of soft, so the shape can be kept during cooking process. The only dish I can think of using soft tofu is sundubu jjigae. Slice or dice the tofu as you wish. If you like tofu, I would recommend adding more to the recipe. Once you got your pot ready, heat your pan over medium heat. Add the tablespoon of oil into the pot. I used sesame oil. This is like the olive oil for Italians to the Koreans. Any other will do as well. When your pot is hot enough, you'll be able to smell the sesame oil stronger. That's when you should add the kimchi and stir for 3 to 5 minutes. We want the kimchi to be nice and soft. Add the tuna and stir a further 30 seconds to give a good mix. Add the kimchi juice we squeezed out earlier and stir for another 30 seconds. Prepare 350 milliliters of room temperature water. I have added 250 milliliters of water straight into the pot, and the other 100 ml I used to wash out the bowl and the kimchi bag for all that kimchi juice goodness. Stir for another 30 seconds. Reduce the heat to low. Now cover the pot and let it simmer for the next 20 minutes. The longer you cook it, the better it'll be. When you open it and you don't think there's enough liquid, add more water and bring it back to the boil before you add any other ingredients. Oppositely, if there's too much water, boil it a bit longer. It's that easy. It's been simmering away and you can probably smell it. Now let's open the top and add a teaspoon of doenjang, the soybean paste, and mix well. Make sure it's all dissolved within the soup. Doenjang, similar to miso but thicker, is known to have good gut bacteria, and it's best not to cook it too long. For the chili fans, this is where you can add your chili powder or raw red chilies. I buy a big bag of Korean chili powder and keep a small amount in a jar for usage. The rest goes into the freezer in an airtight bag. This is also where you can add other vegetables like mushrooms or zucchinis of your taste. We are going to add the tofu now. Tofu is pretty much cooked, so you're just reheating it. You can throw in your tofu or lay it down on top of each other. There is plenty of space for more tofu, and it is healthier than eating more rice. Jjigae like this, we call it a papdoduk. Pap is for rice and doduk is thief. Delicious jjigae makes us eat more rice, so we call it papdoduk. Chop or cut the spring onions. And yes, Koreans do love using scissors for everything. My grandma cuts her pizza even with scissors. Soak the tofu with the kimchi soup and then put the top back on for the final 5 minutes. 짜잔! It's ready to serve. Most Korean food is served in a bowl, and that is where our channel gets its name. Garnish the dish with some extra spring onion and red chili. I hope you enjoyed our first video on Korea in a bowl. If you did, click on like and subscribe to see the next one. See you next time. 안녕!